Hi everyone, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you're well, and if you have some creative time today, I would love if you journal with me. These are my two current journals, a Hobonichi Day-Free and a junk journal, and I am going to share some dephemerember, oh goodness, if I can ever say that right, and also do some gingerbread as part of my week in review. I think I'm gonna watercolor or use color pencils today. I'm gonna start in the Hobonichi, and I hope you're gathering whatever journal you have and whatever supplies you have. I'm gonna use today these koi paints. I love this little set. It's very portable. It's something I can pop in my bag if I travel and want to journal. I'm moving aside that popcorn container. I'm going to use that later, but I'm not sure if the foil is going to be too reflective in the camera, so put that aside. I'm also going to use the date gnomes I made in my Procreate app. And oh yeah, I'm looking for the cozy, snuggly winter theme. So I won those cute little raccoon socks in our Thanksgiving bingo. And yeah, I'm going to include the tag in the journal today and hopefully pop those on my feet and get all warm and cozy. So I hope whatever season this is or holidays that you celebrate, that you have some creative time and can enjoy your journal and your supplies. I've decided to go with this gingerbread theme. What I'm doing right now is outlining the gingerbread shape that I sketched earlier with Caran d'Ache colored pencils. I really like this new set. I swatched it out in a couple videos. I think it was a couple videos ago. They're just, some of the colored pencils I've had are very waxy, and I don't know, I love this scarlet color red. They're, for whatever reason, they're less waxy. And also I've been looking at the packaging and it says they're one of the more permanent ones. So if for whatever reason, if you were doing art that's exposed to sunlight, they're supposed to be more light fast. So anyway, learning more about that. And now I am trying to do a warm, toasty gingerbread color here. And I also, by the way, put a writing board in the back. There we go. So that the wet watercolor wouldn't spill or leak through. You get what I mean? It wouldn't wet the other pages. And with watercolor, I find that a lot of layers are the best approach. So I'm going to go in a couple times with this warm brown. I have to say, the way the Tomoe River paper in the Hobonichi works, it does crinkle up, pucker up, I guess. And it doesn't really bother me, but if it bothers you, you have to know that the paper, it does flatten out a bit, but you still do get a bit of a rumple or a ruffle. Oh, the words today, rumple, ruffle. Goodness. Anyway, it's not going to lay flat is what I mean. So just be aware of that if you are using this type of journal, that it will not be completely flat. Again, though, I think it's sweet. I haven't used watercolors in a while in this journal, so I'm really having fun settling in. And I think at this point, this is going to post on probably Saturday, which I think will be the 11th. And I mostly was working on this on the 10th. So this is I'm trying to also do with the dephemerember, keep up with a December daily. And that has definitely been a challenge, but I've been able to keep up so far. And I do like journal prompts, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. So again, I will link all that information below if you wanna check that out. So here we are, I think, with a really good top coat for the gingerbread, and I added a candy cane cookie and some star cookies. I think I'm gonna go in with, let that dry a little bit more and take this doily and use the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in the, I think this one, is it peeled paint? I think it's peeled paint. I have both peeled paint and shabby shutters. I believe that one's peeled paint. And just go in with the makeup sort of sponge. I got those at, we have a CVS near us. I think that's where I got those. And yeah, I like that sweet little stencil. And at this point in the session, I'm gonna let all of this dry before I add anything else. All right, so here we go, jumping into December. And I've been working on these prompts all week. So the point for this particular December Traveler's Notebook insert is I'm going to put this in my fall junk journal. I love making this chunky journal all through the fall, September, October, and November. And I thought for December, I would just tuck this little baby in the back. All right, so at this point, I think the last video I left off was on the 3rd. So the prompt for the 4th, I'm just gonna do a quick share to catch you up, was tickets. And I folded this Dollar Tree bag and then just use the circle cutter to make the tickets that are on the page as a little, I don't know if it's a sideways belly band or a tuck spot. And then I use the packaging from these stickers for my journaling spot. I really enjoyed that. And then for the gold part of the challenge, I use the quick stick that I've been using lately. And then I use the same hole punch to make little buttons and coffee, but first coffee, and just colored those around the edges with that gel pen. So now I'm moving on to the 6th, and the challenge for that was, what was it? Napkin image and tag. And then for the 7th was safety pin and postage stamp. So those were those two. And then this is for the 8th, which is Snow Woman on a paper doily. And then the 9th was tea envelope. So I used one I had, and they made one with that sweet origami paper. Yeah, so those were a lot of fun. That is the ketchup. I've been working on that all week. And now I'm finishing off today the staple and the tuck spot. I took a little bit of, I think it was an Amazon book packaging in this brown label, and cut out from an old vintage book from the 70s, that cardinal. Then I stapled a little bit of tulle and that red string. So that's my staple. Nothing fancy. Folded a card, used more of those stickers and a white gel pen. And yeah, that is my catch-up right now for Dephemerember. 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Hensel. Check out their channels. So much inspiration. I'm really enjoying that. And now I'm back with a dried gingerbread man or woman and cookies. And I decided to go back in with more of the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide to do the left-hand side. And I cut the kettle corn popcorn for a pocket. I am covering it with the scrap paper because, or the cardstock, because I wasn't sure if it was gonna glare while I went in and finished up the details here. So I didn't want to get you with the with that foil packaging that sometimes glares under the camera. And now I'm just finishing up this sweet gingerbread, thinking about that adorable gift. Honestly, when you have one of those days where you're really busy and someone makes a handmade gift and it lands in your mailbox or on your desk, it really was a day maker. So now I am going in with a red micron and just making some of those zigzags, a little bit of a frosting design. I love this Signo gel pen, so I'm going to outline some of the black with the white to make more of a frosting look. I hope you are relaxing, and I hope you are cozy if you're in a cold climate. I'm in New England. We got snow this week, ice, and yeah, it's actually been freezing. And we're also getting mixes of rain. It just, in New England, the weather sometimes just can't make up its mind. So I love the idea of cozy. I'm getting out those silly raccoon socks, cup of tea, cup of coffee, and yeah, and maybe some baking too. So those are the little star cookies going in. I don't know if you've done cutout cookies. We have, and I usually like to keep it simple. I do love gingerbread. I love the little cutout cookies. Been doing those for celebrations for years, and usually I made the buttons like the cinnamon hot dots that you can put on. So that's what that reminded me of. And I never really do put raisins on the gingerbread. I think I just put frosting and sometimes those hot dots. And for the grand finale, I am just documenting with this gold gel pen. I actually have to buy more gel pens, I think, in gold. This is a Uniball Signo gel pen. I think it's the thinner tip. I think I have one with a wider tip as well. Yeah, so here it is, a little journaling, gingerbread. Got my Snuggadoo socks and the tag in there, and had a fun session. So I hope you did too. Happy journaling to you, and thank you so much for watching.